So, what also happened tonight was Io, Bianca, and General Manager Adam Pearce came out. Adam Pearce was talking about the WrestleMania match that's supposed to happen and how Rhea signing the paper doesn't really mean anything. Io came out and said, I don't care who I gotta face. I don't care if it's Bianca. I don't care if it's Rhea. It could be both of them because I'm the champ here. Okay? It don't matter. I'm walking out there with the belt. And I'm inclined to believe that after this conversation, she might be walking out with the belt. Bianca comes out and says, I earned my spot. Rhea didn't earn nothing. Turns out that's not entirely true. She's entitled in more ways than one. She's entitled to a rematch for that belt. So Adam Pearce says, enough with all this back and forth stuff. Rhea and Io gonna run it back. You gonna get your rematch that you're entitled to next week. And the winner of that rematch is going to face Bianca at WrestleMania. Only catch is it's gonna be a match between Io and Rhea, but Bianca is a special guest referee. She didn't seem too happy about that. I don't think anybody's gonna be happy about that between the three of them, but it is what it is. That's what happened. That's what Adam Pearce decided on. So, also what happened, Braun faced Pentagon Jr. for the Intercontinental title. Turns out neither of those Intercontinental titles are getting exchanged tonight. Lyra kept hers and Braun kept his. Of course, the Judgment Day propositioned Pentagon Jr. before the match and says, hey, you want to join the Judgment Day? You can have that Intercontinental title tonight. You join us, we got you back. He didn't look like he was feeling that. But they was out there for the match anyways. It was a classic match. It was great. It was going well. But towards the end, Judgment Day just had to interfere. And they interfered with the match. And that cost Pentagon Jr. his title shot. So they all jump on him. And they hand Pentagon Jr. a chair. And they like, so what you gonna do? He right there, we served him up for you. You with us or not? He ain't with it. He not with it. He hit Dominic with the chair and he effectively made his decision that he ain't joining Judgment Day. Then they both get the upper hand until Finn Balor shows up, who previously wasn't there during the match, but he shows up out of nowhere, takes them out, and that's how they end the show, with Judgment Day standing tall. That's how Raw ended. Now, as great as the A show is, as great as it is, and I enjoyed it, even though it surprised me again coming on at 4 o'clock, and freaking next week is going to come on at 3 in the afternoon. I'm going to be still at work, but whatever. Even though the A show was great, I'm excited about NXT tomorrow, and I'm definitely excited about Smackdown. NXT is going to have Stephanie Vaquer defend both of her titles for like the first time in NXT history. She gonna defend her NXT, her main title, the NXT Women's title against Jada Parker, and she gonna defend her North American title against, I think, Fallon Henley. Now, me personally, Stephanie Vaquer is on the high right now, so I don't think she's giving up either of those belts. And because having a nice booty doesn't quite translate to having skills in the ring, and it doesn't quite guarantee you that you're going to get gold at NXT. Otherwise, Nikita Lyons would keep the belt. So having booty doesn't quite equate to success. I doubt Jada Parker's going to win. Having a pretty face doesn't really equate to success either. So it's not really looking good for Fallon Henley either. You got to have skills, and right now, Stephanie Vaquer got the skills. Y'all gotta get your weight up. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get better at this. That's how you get the belt. Uh, being just good looking just ain't gonna get it. Being quirky just ain't gonna get it. Not even having the crowd follow you in mass is gonna get it. You need to have the skills to pay the bills. And right now, Stephanie Vaquer got the skills. And that's why she got both the belts. And to be honest, I don't see her giving either one of those belts up tomorrow. Now, as far as Smackdown goes, I'm really excited about that. Because congrats to LA Knight for winning that US title. Good for him. I'm sorry it happened at the expense of Shinsuke, but I am still happy that LA Knight won that belt. So that's some good news. Great news. Street Profits. They finally got the belt. And Montez is on another level again. He's showing out. And to be honest with you, I'm glad it's Montez, because if there ever comes a day where that freaking huge dude Dawkins ever gets serious, it's not going to look good for whoever in his way. Whoever in his way getting trucked over like he Braun Strowman. If that dude ever really gets serious about this stuff, nah. Let's just keep him as the funny man. Let's just keep him funny. Let Montez be the serious one. Let him be on another level right now. That's the safest route possible, okay? I don't think we want to see Dawkins get serious. But right now, the Street Profits are on another level. They still got these belts, and I don't see them giving it up anytime soon. And I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. They deserve to be at the top. I'm happy for them. What else happened on... Oh. There are two versions of Drew McIntyre that I love to see. The one that's praying, and the one that's actively out hunting for you. I remember back when Drew McIntyre was facing Braun Strowman. That was my favorite version of Drew McIntyre. And that version is back now. And that version is the one that recently took out Timu Taker, Damian Priest. That's the version that took out Damian Priest, and I've been waiting for him to come back. I've been waiting for him to come back. I'm so glad that version is back. That same version that had a feud with Braun Strowman, and it was legendary. On sight, as soon as Braun Strowman showed up, big boot to the face. I love that version. That's the Terminator version I like to see. In my mind, that's the most dangerous version of Drew McIntyre, and I like to see that one. He needs to stay there. He needs to stay right there. Just as sure as Seth Rollins needs to stay serious, as sure as Seth needs to stay serious and quit all these gimmicks, Drew McIntyre needs to start hunting folks. I mean, kick out of nowhere. And then WWE right now is in Glasgow. Freaking Glasgow. I mean, it's a perfect time for it. I mean, if not in Glasgow, then when? And right now, Drew McIntyre is showing out, and I'm glad he is. Like I said, I love this version. Any place, don't matter where it could be at your home, kick to the face. It could be in a WWE driveway as you getting out of your vehicle, kick to the face. It could be in the middle of that ring. Definitely in the middle of that ring, kick to the face. Any particular time he wants it to happen, it could happen. And I like that version of Drew. Keep that version. That version is the best version of Drew, the Terminator. Anytime it's on site version of Drew. I love that version. And that's the one we got right now. That's the one that took out Damian Priest. And I guess they having two promos, two teasers for Phoenix and one for the return of Aleister Black. Good news for real, I guess. I guess. Aleister Black is coming back, so hey, the guy's got skills. He's got presence. I'm glad to see him back. That's good. But the main thing I want to talk about on Friday night is Naomi. New Naomi. Straight up heel Naomi. Mystical danger music in the background. Caution tape as the ring gear. Naomi. That was nice. That version that took out Jade, that was great. And once again, I'm on Naomi's side too. Good for her. Good that she had to get her lick back. The way Jade running her mouth now about Naomi and Bianca, telling Bianca she needs to just handle her own business and stay out of everything, stop being a busybody. The way she talking to Bianca, who stood up for her. I told you. Jade just wanted to hop off of Bianca's stardom, get her a jump start on her career. Now she off, up and running because she got a little bit of a following. Now she acting like she too big for her britches now. Now she acting like she grown now. She don't need nobody now. Okay. Now look what happened. Got took out by Naomi. Now you done brought TNA version of Naomi over to WWE. And I'm all for it. That's just a prelude to eventually when you talk a little too much and you eventually have to face Bianca, and that's not gonna work out well for you. I know everybody's thinking, oh, she's this tall Amazon and she's stronger than Bianca. You ain't got the skills to beat Bianca. You ain't got those kind of skills. That's not going to work out well for you. I suggest Jade learn that lesson right now. But it's not going to work out well for her. And I told people, she acting a little too big for her britches. She just using Bianca. In fact, Naomi said it too. Now it's starting to come out. She's starting to get an ego. Think she too good for people now. But you're not going to believe me until Jade turns just full heel. And I can see it coming. But yeah, can't wait for tomorrow NXT. See who wins that. And I especially can't wait for Friday Night Smackdown. I know Raw is the A show, but NXT and SmackDown is popping right now. Whew, it's getting good.